They laughed at him, until he flew. People laughed when he jumped off a hill with homemade wings. They laughed when he crashed to the ground. But what they didn't realize, every fall was secretly teaching him how to fly. When the world grows loud, we light a lantern and listen. This is Ozzy's Moonlight Tale. In a small village surrounded by wide fields and endless skies lived a boy named Kato. Kato loved one thing more than anything else in the world: flying. Every evening, he would lie on the grass and watch the birds glide through the sky. Eagles soared high above the mountains. Swallows darted through the wind. Cranes drifted across the sky like clouds. Kato would whisper to himself, "One day, I will fly too." But the other children laughed when they heard him. "People can't fly," they said. "You're dreaming too big." Still, Kato kept dreaming. So he began building wings. At first, he used sticks and leaves tied together with vines. He climbed the small hill near his house, spread his wings, and jumped. For a moment, the wind lifted them. Then, crash. He fell into the grass. The other children laughed louder. "See?" they shouted. "We told you." But Kato didn't stop. The next day, he tried again. This time, he used cloth from old sacks and wooden frames. He worked for days, carefully tying every piece together. Again, he climbed the hill. Again, he jumped. And again. He fell. Weeks passed. Each time he tried, the wings broke. Each time he fell, people shook their heads. "You should stop," the villagers said kindly. "You're only hurting yourself." Even Kato began to wonder if they were right. One evening, after another failed attempt, he sat quietly beside the broken pieces of his wings. Above him, the sky glowed orange with the setting sun. A small bird landed nearby. The bird looked at the broken wings, scattered across the ground. Then it fluttered into the air. Kato watched carefully. The bird didn't flap wildly. Its wings moved in smooth, steady motions. It glided with the wind. And suddenly, Kato understood something. Flying wasn't about trying harder. It was about learning. So he gathered all the broken wings he had ever made, the sticks that snapped, the cloth that tore, the frames that bent. Instead of throwing them away, he studied them. He noticed which wings caught the wind and which ones didn't. He watched how birds curved their wings. Slowly, piece by piece, he began building again. But this time, he wasn't building from dreams alone. He was building from his failures. Weeks turned into months. Then one bright morning, Kato climbed the hill again. The villagers gathered below, watching quietly. They had seen this many times before. Kato strapped on his new wings. He took a deep breath. Then he jumped. For a moment, it seemed the same as before. But then something incredible happened. The wings caught the wind. Kato lifted, higher and higher. The villagers gasped as the boy they once laughed at soared across the sky. Kato wasn't just flying, he was gliding, like the birds he had watched for so many years. When he finally landed, the entire village rushed toward him. "How did you do it?" they asked. Kato smiled and looked at the wings on his back. "I didn't build them from dreams," he said softly. "I built them from every time I failed." And from that day on, the villagers remembered something important. Failure is not the end of a dream. Sometimes, it's the very thing that helps us build the wings to reach it. Lesson: broken dreams can become the very pieces we use to build something greater. Love this story? Please don't let the light end here. Subscribe for more stories that inspire and uplift. This is Ozzy's Moonlight Tale, where every story carries a little light. Until our next moonlit moment, sleep gently and dream kindly.